We've all heard about SMART IEP goals, right? You know, IEP goals are SMART if they are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. But what if I told you that SMART goals aren't actually all that smart? Meaning they don't ensure connection back to the present level, they don't always help with data collection and progress monitoring, and they don't help ensure IEPs will do their job. So what is the job of IEP goals? In a nutshell, to give access to, ensure participation in, and make progress towards the general education curriculum, and for preschoolers, daily activities. When I'm writing IEP goals, I like to use what we call the 4 filters. Now, these 4 filters aren't explicitly outlined in the Individuals with Disabilities Education Improvement Act, IDEA of 2004, but they can be inferred by examining the guidelines and the intent of an IEP. Basically, there are 4 filters that help ensure IEP goals live up to the spirit, the intent, and legal requirements of IDEA, making them, in my opinion, very smart. These filters guide teams in evaluating whether a particular need should be addressed through an IEP or whether it might be a difference or an issue that doesn't require an IEP. If a need identified by the team passes through all 4 filters, it becomes what I call IEP worthy. So the first filter. This filter asks whether the need arises or stems from the student having a disability. This can be challenging, especially for younger students or those with nuanced developmental patterns. The team needs to determine whether the need is due to the disability or other factors such as environmental challenges or cultural differences. Keeping in mind, having a disability isn't something that needs to be fixed. In supporting students, our job is to remove barriers and ensure access. We don't want to take everything a student can't yet do and assume that the best course of action is writing an IEP goal to address it. The second filter. This filter considers whether the student's disability is having an adverse impact on their access, participation, and progress. A disability or delay doesn't always have a negative impact on access, participation, or progress, so the IEP team needs to confirm that the need is truly affecting the student's ability to access, participate in, and make progress in the general curriculum, and it isn't just a human need. The third filter. This filter evaluates whether the need requires specially designed instruction. Specially designed instruction should be intentional and directly tied to the need, but it doesn't necessarily require pulling the student out of typical activities. The focus is on embedding instruction within everyday routines rather than isolating the student or pulling them out over or aside. The fourth filter. This filter assesses whether the need can be addressed within 1 year of the developmental expectations and the student's baseline. The team must consider how much growth is developmentally or pedagogically appropriate within a year and whether the student is likely to achieve the desired outcome. These 4 filters help teams determine what is truly IEP worthy. Next up, I'll take real-life goals and walk them through the 4 filters to see if they are indeed SMART.